It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the New York Knicks. Checking out New York, third from the bottom of the Eastern Conference for them at the moment. Probably not the spot they had targeted when the season began. They're having a few of the same issues they had last year. And tonight, we get to see DeAndre Jordan. Kenny's come a long way since being drafted in the second round back in 2008.
Man, I can't believe he's been in the league over a decade. That's amazing. Either you're getting old or he's getting old.
I'm not getting old. I'm not aging at all.
One of you guys are getting old. But he went from a project to an NBA All-Star.
Excellent defender, excellent rebounder. Most of his points come within 5 feet of the basket. Drafted in the second round. But guess what? Kenny's got that $200 million.
Wow.
Thanks for joining us.
It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. The Knicks happy to return to New York after the road trip. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch of games, even more critical to notch a win in this one.
And it's going to be a tough stretch of games here coming up. I know they're excited for it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for this group to find out exactly where they are in this league.
We're around the halfway point now, Doris. Some clubs are obviously in a rebuild mode, but it can be hard for many team owners to accept that and accept that path they're on.
Well, when you've been the guy to make that financial investment, there can be a little bit of impatience because one of your responsibilities is keep people in the seats. You've got to pay the bills. What you have to do is you make clear to the fans the vision that they have. If you make it clear, Kev, maybe they can sort of embrace the rebuild and celebrate the step-by-step progress.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt. And it's Prince outside at the three with Collins down at the power forward. And it's Len in at the center position. Now here's Jordan. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway. Prince outside. The kick out to Young. 5 to shoot. Atlanta gets it back in a new 24. Len finds Bazemore. Tries a three. Knicks with the rebound. Smith feeling it out a bit. Pass to Azania. Pass to Vonleh. For three, Smith. The rebound by Prince.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And the foul on Dennis Smith Jr. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal.
Passes it to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 5 on the clock. Prince misses. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for New York. Still without a basket in the game. Smith kicks to Matthews. They grab their own miss. Jordan. off with the layup.
Man, they had high hopes for a fast start. They get out of the gates 0 for 4.
Matthews with the steal. There's the pass to Smith. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Smith's got the game going here with the first basket for the Knicks. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. I was able to talk with David Fizdale for just a moment. They're looking to break the tie in this season's series, and I asked him what he thought the biggest factor would be tonight. He said it always seems to come down to getting a stop. We have to get our hands up and contest shots. And if that doesn't work, our guys in the back have to block those shots. That's one of the ways they win games, Kevin. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Not too surprising that he wants to see him sharp at the defensive end right from the opening tip.
And, you know, they have the ability to control a game with their D, but they have to be aggressive and send that message right away.
I do believe, Greg, this team has an intimidation factor working in their favor because of the level of defense that they play. And if the stops start adding up in the first half, that factor starts to weigh on the opponent's mind.
And now, here's Hazonia after the miss from Trae Young. Here's Bazemore, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
For New York, they've gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. And now, here's Hazonia, guarded by Prince. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, just tremendous awareness from Dennis Smith Jr. Recognizing a teammate is open, let me make the game easy for him.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Prince. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington. A floater. It's stolen by Smith. Here's Matthews. Hazonia kicks to Smith. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Clock at 6. That's tipped. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Doris, you were the first female commentator to ever call a Knicks game on radio or television, and I imagine you remember that first broadcast very well.
I sure do, Kevin. It was against the Bucks. I filled in for the great Clyde Frazier, and the Knicks had just made it to the finals the year before, so it was exciting on a number of levels.
And the call will be against Alex Len. That is his first foul of the game. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Sweet little floater. Smith's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, hitting for good percentage here in the first quarter. He's doing what he can to get his team off on the right foot.
Young against Smith. Young inside. Here's Len. The kick out to Young. Matthews against Bazemore. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. From deep, Prince. He's off on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever easy playing on the road, obviously. But that night, they were really in rhythm, shot the ball with such ease and confidence.
And here's Smith after Torrey and Prince hitting the 3. Smith, no luck.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Pass to Bazemore. Prince wide open. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, he's so used to having a hand in his face that I think it caught him off guard to be that wide open.
And the rejection by Collins. Bazemore against Matthews. Bazemore with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Washington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Wesley Matthews picks one up. Doris, when you talk about coaching, aside from wins and losses, how can you gauge if a coach is doing a good job?
Well, you make a great point, Kevin, because if an organization is in a rebuild situation, then winning is almost impossible because you're outgunned and outmanned every single night. So to evaluate those coaches, here are the things I would look at. One, are you maximizing the talent at your disposal? Are your player development skills at such a degree that you're seeing incremental improvement from the guys on your roster? And then ultimately, Kevin, are guys playing hard? Are they competitive every night? Even if the wins don't necessarily show in the box score and at the end of the regular season, the reality is, are you playing hard? Are you competitive?
Catching up on the changes for New York. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Matthews. And Trey Burke subbed in for Smith. No good on the second free throw. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That is his first foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for New York. Atlanta also making some changes here. Anderson, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Carter in for Kent Bazemore. Hezonja kicks to Ntilikina. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And a quick review looking at some numbers here for Ntilikina. He's averaging 10 points a game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Now here is Carter. He's tightly guarded. Collins passes to Carter. Tries again, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Hezonja kicks to Ntilikina. Floats one up, and it's good on the way in. And that'll tie this game up.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Carter outside. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Ntilikina. So they take the lead.
I like seeing Ntilikina keep his balance despite the contact. This is how he converts these and ones.
Doris, when you look at Frank Ntilikina, the first thing that might strike you is how long his arms really are.
Right, that wingspan in the 7'1" mark. And I'll tell you what you like is that Ntilikina really knows how to use that length to his advantage on the defensive end.
And New York making a change here. Trier's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
Here's Ntilikina after the basket by Atlanta. Over Collins. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Herter off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
And it's Burke with the ball for New York. They trail by 1. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
One shot.
And that one falls for Burke. Out of offenses, Doris, initiate that high pick-and-roll offense, which is so fun to watch. Which ball handlers do you want running that play for you if you were on the sideline?
Come on now, there are some master manipulators in the pick and roll. Let's begin with the great James Harden. We'll begin with his teammate Chris Paul. Steph Curry. You give Steph Curry options to read in a pick and roll, he's going to make the right choice. There are a lot of guys who can manipulate the defense in a pick and roll, but those three are at the top of my list.
And here is Robinson after Jeremy Lin hitting the three. Anderson in the post. Kicks to Lin. Some solid defense from Robinson.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And how about the vertical of Jordan? Easily rising up for the timely alley-oop slam.
Pass to Dedmon. Anderson outside. He kicks it to Collins. Over Jordan. Shot by Collins, no good.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over him.
Trier passes to Ntilikina. Feet out. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Atlanta's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Here's Lin. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Lin's got his second bucket of the night. New York trailing. Burke looking over the floor. Passes it to Trier. The pass to Ntilikina. Lets it go with a three. But they'll get another chance. And the shot goes down. Jordan's got 6.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end.
Anderson outside. Pass to Dedmon. Back to Anderson. Second chance shot. Robinson pulls it in.
Yeah, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Ntilikina kicks to Burke. Some solid defense there from Lin.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. New York ahead. They lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Frank Ntilikina has established himself as a legit defender. He spoke about his mindset.
Defense is 80% of will and 20% ability. So you try to stop the player in front of you and you try to deny him to score the basket. That's just the challenge, and that's what I love in this part of the game.
A young player with an advanced understanding of defense, and his length gives him an edge.
And his defense is something he enjoys. If he can put it all together at both ends, he's a player you can build around.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Dwayne Dedman. Anderson is out there with Len. Then it's Jeremy Lin. Stolen by Robinson. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Moutier. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Emmanuel Moutier, that kind of shot will up your field goal percentage, gentlemen.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Lin looking it over. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fizdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for the Knicks. Matthews comes in for Ntilikina. And that one falls for Lin. Well, last year, pretty much a lost year for Lin. Torres patella tendon on opening night. And Doris, that was it.
Yeah, that was hard to watch for Jeremy Lin because you know he's put in the time and was penciled in for a big role with Brooklyn. So nice to see him step back between the lines and continue playing.
Now, here is Robinson. No points in the game yet for him. Young with the steal. An even 3-on-3 break. Pulls from the top of the key. And that's Prince, that time on the assist from Young. And the Hawks lead by 2. The Knicks shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. Carter's checked in. Here is Matthews. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Philadelphia. Over Carter. That's short off the rim. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Inside. Now here's Prince. 7 points in the game. Five on the clock. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team. And looking at Prince's game, you know, he could be the ultimate complementary player. A good shooter, doesn't need a ton of touches, solid enough on defense, and is showing signs of improvement.
The Hawks making a switch here. Bazemore is checked in. And that one falls for Prince. And with Prince, his versatility between forward spots also is an asset to the team.
And when I call Prince a complimentary player, I didn't mean it as a slight. It just plays with an approach and style that fits well with any team and any leading scorer. Players like him tend to have a long, productive career in our league.
Here's Young after the basket by Noah Vonleh. And Young, here we go.
You know, when talking about the pressure Young puts on a defense, I'm not sure the word relentless is strong enough.
And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
And he makes the first.
And, of course, all the comparisons to Steph Curry. Young just trying to be the best version of himself. And we've already seen the upside.
Dennis Smith, he's checked in for New York. And so Young nails them both.
And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly, sometimes that emotion really comes out.
Moutier with the basket.
If you're a point guard in the NBA, I say it over and over, that floater has got to be a part of your arsenal. Go ahead, Emmanuel Moutier.
Now here's Bazemore. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
And here's Vonleh following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Carter against Matthews. Over Carter, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. In the third spot, Trae Young.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Now, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Down low. Here's Robinson. Rebounded by the Hawks. Prince has got his fourth rebound in this one. Carter against Matthews. And it's Carter penetrating, pushing their lead to double digits. And it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
And New York making a change here as Anya's checked in. Now here is Smith. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Over in the corner, Moutier. Lets a floater go. Atlanta with the rebound. Prince has got 5 rebounds tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Carter outside. Goes up at the stripe. The shot missing. And New York the other way now. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
And really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
You know, sometimes it's about gang rebounding, making sure everyone's in on the responsibility to board it. Let's see if it's more of a group effort tonight.
Now Young, following the three-point attempt by Dennis Smith.
Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Now Hazonia. 14 points from him the last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Great open look there. Smith's got it back down to within single digits for New York.
And so assured. You can't give an inch of breathing room to Smith Jr. That's when he strikes.
Here's Young. Robinson pulls it in. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Hazonia. And again, New York with the triple.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And Young kicks to Prince. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Len with it. Robinson picks him up. And here's Prince outside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first three of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Smith outside. Moutier with the ball. Young's there. Moutier with the basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Carter outside. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
On a pretty good day for them so far, his shooting has been one of the tough spots.
One big problem for the Knicks last season, Doris, the offense was okay, but the defense let them down.
Right, and the one area that was a strength was shot blocking. But a good defense requires far more than that. It requires quickness. It requires on-point rotations. Their defensive rating ended up being in the bottom 10 last year, Kevin.
And so it's Atlanta with it, following the score by New York.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Smith kicks to Moutier. Pass to Smith. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
The athleticism of Dennis Smith Jr. is going to be problematic, particularly off the dribble drive.
When Dennis Smith Jr. gets going, Doris, you can just see the explosiveness he has.
Oh, Kev, I mean, I'll tell you, the burst is amazing. And what I like is he will dunk over any player, and if necessary, dunk through a player.
Free throw good, Smith. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality. And Dwayne Dedmon, a player who started his NBA career late, was a rookie at age 24 and then floated around to several teams. But he has gone from being an end-of-the-bench guy to an important rotation player in just the last few seasons.
Here's Young. The Knicks making the shot. And here's Collins. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
And with Dedmon and the teams he's played with, you know, he always has found a way, Greg, to slot in and give you good minutes.
Yeah, what I love about him is he knows who he is as a player and plays to his strengths. Never gives up on a play on either end of the floor. And now he's even added a 3-point shot to his arsenal to kind of further expand his versatility.
And here's Carter, following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Over Hezonja, and the Hawks getting another basket right there. Here's Smith. He's got 8. And he uses the glass on the layup. Smith's got 10.
Well, there's a level of concentration required on the interior, and Dennis Smith Jr. more than up to the task.
Carter outside. Here's Dedmon. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hezonja's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 3. Young taking his time here. In it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
Just his night, guys. We saw Young do this in college. Once he gets into a rhythm, he will just put it on you.
Now here's Burke. He has 5. Jordan finds Hazonia. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Hazonia's got 8 here in the quarter.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Herter covered by Smith. Dedmon dishes to Young. Can he keep it going? Knicks with the rebound.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
Now here's Burke, defended by Young. Burke, the pass to Smith. Clock at 6 to the inside. It's stolen by Carter. Herter up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Burke kicks to Jordan. Smith outside. No good from outside.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Young inside. Burke covering. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
For Atlanta, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Vince Carter.
Carter, just a freak of nature. One of the best dunkers the game has ever seen. A top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Matthews comes in for Hazonia. And it's Ntilikina in for Smith. Anderson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Jeremy Lin comes in for Young. Carter hits them both. 29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Burke. He's guarded closely. 15 seconds left in the first half. Vonleh down low. Defended by Lin. Vonleh's shot is good.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
And it's Jeremy Lin with the 3. Lin's got 6 here in this quarter. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Hawks lead by 7. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. EJ, Shaq, Jet. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. They stepped up their game in the second quarter, and the score began to tilt in their favor. It's now a 7-point lead for them here at the half. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
The three-point shot was their best friend. I agree with the strategy. When it's working, take advantage of it. I don't really like it. Live by the jumper, die by the jumper. But tonight, they're living, and they're living good, baby.
And Kenny, your take on New York?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And as we return to New York, a panoramic vista of downtown Manhattan taken from the observation deck of the Empire State Building. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. Jordan is out there with Vonleh. Then it's Matthews. Then it's Hezonja. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for David Fizdale as we begin the second half. Knicks trail by 7. Passes to Hezonja from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Well, you simply got to push through that, right? You need to at least contest the shot. Otherwise, he's going to knock it down.
Now here's Prince. And no good. Good D by Jordan.
Boy, they're slow coming out of halftime. Just 0 for 3 to start this half.
Here's Smith. Sinks the 15-footer. Smith's got 12.
You know Dennis Smith, his first instinct is to shoot. And when he's hot, look out.
Elbow shot. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And that's now 17 points for Trae Young. New York trailing. Smith with it. 12 points for him. Matthews finds Jordan. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Over a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of action.
Well, terrific defense by Alex Len. The ability at his size to contest shots. What a force.
Young in the corner. Doubled by Vonleh to the middle. Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Smith outside. Here's Vonleh. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. For 3. No good on the shot. The Hawks leading by 6. Young outside. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hezonja, the pass to Smith. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Knicks trail by 6. And now, here's Hezonja. He's got 11. And the pass to Vonleh. In the corner, Smith with it. Shot clock at 6. They need this one. New York, no good that time either. The Hawks leading by 6. Prince kicks to Len. And stolen by Vonleh. Wesley Matthews on the wing. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
That's a really good play call. Right where Matthews wants it. He's a master of the catch-and-shoot game. There are certain guys that you identify as the prototypical 3-and-D player, and Wesley Matthews is one of those guys. I love that he prides himself on his ability to guard elite wings and the kind of deep range he has, even in critical moments of games. This guy's a big-time guy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Trier, he's checked in for Hazanya. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Smith.
One shot.
Well, for Matthews, he does most of his offensive work from outside, but Doris has more to his game than just that.
Well, I think the thing that I think of when I think of Wesley Matthews is how hard this guy works. And yes, he started as an offensive perimeter threat, but he's dedicated himself to rounding out his game, and you love that from a veteran.
6 on the shot clock. No one near Mudiay as he lets it go. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan.
Well, this to me is the critical aspect that Emmanuel Mudiay must develop. Can he knock down three-point shots? He does so there.
Now here's Len. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. Now here's Prince, guarded closer. And Bazemore kicks to Young. To the inside. And the dunk by Len.
That's just nice play calling, right? And you like how quickly Len gets ready to catch off the roll.
Trier passes to Jordan. Now here's Mudiay, guarded by Prince. That one's in there. The Hawks' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Mudiay. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Bazemore. Misses off the left iron. New York's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Mudiay. Cans it from downtown. And now just a 1-point Hawks lead.
Boy, you can see when Mudiay gets the hot hand, he's going to stay aggressive.
And Bazemore kicks to Len. Prince in the corner. A stupendous finish in traffic. Prince has got 12 points in the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Mudiay. It's good again and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Boy, Mudiay, tough shot through contact. That is nice.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for Atlanta.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Now here's Prince. He's got 12. Anderson outside. Kicks it to Lynn. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And then on Wednesday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
In that game against the Cavaliers, it won't be an easy one given it is coming on the back end of a back-to-back, but they've been playing some fantastic basketball lately. And when you are winning back-to-backs, you're feeling good about yourself.
The Hawks trailing. Lynn finds Anderson. Dedman with it. And it's Noah Vonleh with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Knicks, Frank Ntilikina comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Trey Burke subbed in for Mudiay. Knicks on defense. Here's Lynn. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. New York with the foul.
You have to admire Jeremy Lin. Hard work, forcing the defense to get physical with him. Nice move.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Lin.
Well, Kevin, how about the Harvard grad, Jeremy Lin? How far has this guy come from nearly out of the NBA at one point to viable NBA starter? Incredible.
Both free throws good from Lin.
And for Lin, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option. The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Well, you can't let Jeremy Lin get started. This guy's starting to feel it right now.
And here is Burke after Jeremy Lin hitting the three. Now Burke, he has 5. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's New York with it, following the bucket by the Hawks. Vonleh dishes to Burke. 6 to shoot. They need this. Got a hand on it. Prince kicks to Anderson. Hawks passing it around. Prince outside. Over Jordan. Prince misses.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Pass to Trier. Now Vonleh. He feeds it to Burke. The shot from the low post is good. Burke's got 7 points in the game. Atlanta leading by 4. Lin the pass to Dedmon. He kicks it to Prince. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Trier, defended by Lin. Trier, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the left wing. Here's Anderson, and Anderson slams it in.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man, uncanny.
Burke with it, and it's Lin picking him up. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That's foul number 2 for him. Carter, he's checked in for the Hawks. Pass to Ntilikina. He dishes it to Jordan. Over Anderson. No good from Jordan.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Passes it to Lin. And here is Dedmon. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That sends Vince Carter to the free throw line. It goes on Noah Vonleh. For Atlanta, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. The Hawks making a switch here. Len's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. And there's the pass to Vonleh. Pass to Ntilikina. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Vonleh. Here's Burke. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 12-4 run. Offensive rebound. Dedmon kicks to Lynn. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lynn's got 18 points in the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
New York calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Kazanya, he's checked in for Trier. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. DeAndre Jordan, number 1.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Now here's Burke, defended by Lynn. To the left wing, here's Ntilikina. That 3 off the mark.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And Anderson kicks to Lynn. And that one, good. Lynn's got 20 points.
Well, Jeremy Lin finds a way to get to the inside of that paint, and difficult for the defense to do anything in there.
Hezonja finds Jordan. Here's Ntilikina, defended by Anderson. A floater, poked away. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Anderson.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Listen, Kevin, this guy is a natural-born slasher, and Anderson fouled on the dribble drive. He's going to go to the free throw line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson.
Really smart player with a high basketball IQ. Justin Anderson is just scratching the surface for his immense potential.
And both free throws good for Anderson. Knicks trail by 13. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And stolen by Burke. To stop the drought. And the layup is good. Burke's got 4 this quarter.
He's got such soft touch around the rim. The D has to try to keep him out of the paint, because if he gets close, it's lights out.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Carter, Lynn out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Jeremy Lin. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. And that one's good. Burke.
Defensively, they've got to do a better job getting out there on him on those mid-range jumpers. That's his specialty.
Carter, the pass to Dedmon. Carter left side. It's rebounded by Vonleh.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
No, exactly, Greg. Especially when the ball is that deep inside. You've got to respect how he altered that shot.
And the shooting percentage Jordan records from here is insane. If you get him the ball in a good spot, he usually finishes.
Vonleh, the pass to Burke. Outside Jordan. Hezonja with the ball. Working on Anderson. That one's in there. The Hawks' lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Hezonja.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Hezonja. To the inside. Here's Burke. Dedmon with the block, and he's able to get it back. A second chance effort, and he makes that one.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
Wesley Matthews checked in for the Knicks. Dennis Smith comes in for Burke. Atlanta also making some changes here. John Collins, he's checked in for Len. Ken Bazemore comes in for Justin Anderson. Young is subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Free throw good, Jordan.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, I mean, he needs to talk to his guys. The interior defense has been horrific.
Absolutely no rim protection whatsoever. At this point, the other team is walking all over them on the inside.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to listen in on what Lloyd Pierce was saying to the team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
Hezonja kicks to Smith. Outside Matthews. Poked loose. 6 to shoot. That's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. 4 on the shot clock. To take the lead. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Here's Young. Down low. Matthews with the steal. New York moving it around. The rebound by Young.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Here's Collins. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Now the Knicks with it. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Hezonja. New York, no good that time either. Atlanta's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And finished off by Collins.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And Matthews kicks to Vonleh. Back to Matthews. Buries it from three-point range.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
You know, they found a way to compose themselves on both ends of the floor, and that's what's really powered this run.
He gets it in there. 22 points for Trae Young.
You know, fleshing out his attack a little more. Young showing more of a willingness to go in there amongst the trees.
And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That'll be his second foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Len comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Prince in for Vince Carter. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Smith, no good. The Hawks leading by 3. Prince outside. Young outside. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Smith kicks to Vonleh. Collins against Matthews. Shot clock at 5. Goes up the baseline. And the Knicks miss again. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Hawks. Prince in the corner. Inside, here's Young. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Dennis Smith.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for. But you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently. And traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
That's good from Young. Knicks trail by 6. Pass to Hazanya. Kicks it to Jordan. Smith outside. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
Prince outside. And the 3-ball is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Young against Smith. The dish to Matthews. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the inside, Jordan finds Hazanya. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Atlanta leading by 9. Bazemore with it. Young outside. Here's Vonleh. And here's Matthews from the arc. Connects from 3-point range.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Here's Prince. A rebound by Hazanya. Hazanya's got 5 rebounds tonight. He kicks it to Vonleh. Over Collins. That misses off the backboard. The Hawks have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Bazemore on the wing. From deep. Sinks the triple. And the Hawks lead by 9. New York's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Now here is Smith, and here's Matthews for the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Len's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Bazemore. Count that bucket. And it's an 11-point Atlanta lead.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
I think one of the things at the top of the list in this timeout discussion has got to be the amount of room they're giving him to operate. You've got to get more bodies on him to try to disrupt his rhythm.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Trae Young.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Smith in the post. He's against Young. It's tipped, but they recover it. Young against Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Young. And it's Smith missing.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
Young dishes to Prince. Over Hazonia. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Prince has got the lead up to 13 now for Atlanta. Hazonia kicks to Smith. A three-pointer is right on target.
An average shooter from deep. It's clear Smith Jr. has the touch and focus. Just needs to be more consistent.
It's Young on the wing, covered by Smith. Count that one. And that's now 30 points for Trae Young.
Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
Passes to Matthews. Kicks it to Vonleh. Down low. Hazonia, the pass to Jordan. Smith wide open. He fires. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now here's Bazemore. Tight defense on him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the Milwaukee Bucks. Then on Thursday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
No good on that one. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
Matthews finds Jordan. Prince trying to free himself up. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from DeAndre Jordan.
Boy, defender taken out of the play with a rock-solid screen. No way he's going to get through that.
To the inside. The Hawks again can't hit.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Hazonia, the pass to Smith. Outside Jordan. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Smith kicks to Hazonia. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Atlanta leading by 8. The Hawks working the ball around, and the pass to Bazemore. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, in the second half, just hitting a much higher percentage of his shots. Really looks composed now.
Smith drives in. No good on that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Can he keep it going? Again, the Hawks good for 2. Knicks trail by 12. Pass to Matthews. 1:51 left in the fourth. That shot, no good. Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Bazemore passes to Collins. Here's Young. The Knicks pull it in. Azanya's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle. And Smith with the stuff.
You know, there is a strength that Dennis Smith Jr. plays with, even against big bodies. It matters not.
Now Bazemore. Over Matthews. Bazemore misses. New York's gotten 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. It's good, and the Hawks' lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Matthews.
The defense surrounding Matthews, he doesn't care, just looks so comfortable inside.
And here's Young. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. The shot's good. Young's got 32 points.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Atlanta.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And they've put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New York with it. Hezonja finds Smith. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeremy, it really looked like defense got you guys going tonight and got them off their game.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been the hardest that we played, collectively for a whole game in a while. And I think everybody who really stepped out on the floor, they gave everything they had, and it was great to see.
Really was telling, Jeremy, how you guys got going. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.